All right, I got you.
Absolute pleasure to finally meet you.
Yes,
How
sir.
you doing today, man?
Everything's good, man. Nice to meet you too. I'm glad for the interview, man. I appreciate you reaching out, man. I appreciate you getting in touch with me.
Anytime I can do anything like this, I'll be there for you, my friend.
Yes,
I
sir.
just wanted to jump in, really. Can you give me a little background? First and foremost, I think the important thing is the three of you that come together for Third and Ninth Records. Before you tell me a little bit more about yourself.
So basically we all grew up together. As far as Marvelous Beast, that's my brother. So that's my brother, and then Jesse Scott the third, he's a good friend. So he basically that's my brother too. So we just came together. We started in the basement. We actually started with a little bit of a bigger group. It was called I Not a Tribe at first. It was about like 5 to 7 of us. But then, other members, they ended up having to do their own thing and do different things. So we ended up smaller, minimizing a little bit. So I went to third and ninth to three of us. And then, we just changed the name and all that, changed over to third and ninth records. And then from there, I mean, we just been cooking up. You know what I'm saying? We started just making music, just doing our thing.
Have you found that you guys have come together and gelled well? I mean, looking at some of the posts that I've seen, for example, with Jesse, he's a positive, really vibe guy on his way to work in the morning. He's got a message. I mean, is that a legacy thing that he's trying to do there for maybe his children in the future?
Yeah, I think he's just in his mode right now. He's in his health mode. He's in his bodybuilding mode. He's been going on like it's straight. Yeah, Jesse's in his mode right now. So he's kind of been in that more than the art right now. He's doing a lot of the merch too. He got the sweaters. He got the some shirts going on, pants, all that godly gear. So y'all check that out whenever y'all get a chance. But yeah, and then my brothers, he's my brother's he's about to take over the world. So that's it.
Marvelous.
Marvelous Beats. Yes, sir.
By all means, at a future date, I've already spoke with Jesse, but by all means, I'll be more than happy to interview your brother Marvelous Beats. It'd be a really great angle to actually have somebody that's actually behind the scenes, making them beats, getting them down, and actually seeing that collaborative work come together. So that'd be a real plus.
Mm-hmm.
If I can take you back to like your earlier days, what within New York, obviously a very rich hip hop scene, the pioneer with the DJs, for example, back in the five boroughs. What was it that got you? Who was it that thought, right, that's what I want to do? Was it anything a spark?
I think what sparked me, the first artist that sparked me to want to make music and rap and art. As far as rap, definitely 50 Cent. I had to say 50 Cent. Because I was around like fourth grade when he dropped his tape with G Unit. You know what I'm saying? It was G Unit really. So when
I was lucky enough to interview Bang and Smurf.
Okay.
And get a little bit of an inside scoop that was a little bit, for me personally, Get Rich or Die Trying. I think that's an absolute masterpiece of an album.
Yeah, masterpiece of 50. Yeah, 50. People be forgetting too. Like 50 Cent one of the goats for sure. But when he dropped that tape, G Unit dropped that tape. It was Beg for Mercy. When they dropped that tape, G Unit, like I was sold after that. I'm like, yeah, I'm a rap. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna start that Dipset too. So
where he still had that gruffy voice, nobody likes me.
Yeah, word, facts.
before he got.
Yeah, that whole joke was fire, man.
I love that video. I'm glad you said that. He's something close to my heart, 50 Cent.
That's what's up. Yeah, it's a legend.
Yeah, most definitely. So your first release, You Only Live Forever. I mean, again, that's a bold statement. That's longevity. That album, you're looking to look back in years to come and go, that's where I made my mark.
Yeah, that's definitely it. What you saying?
Can you give me that little story though behind Luther named Lenny?
Yeah, definitely. So You Only Live Forever was I just knew like that was gonna be my debut album. It was pretty much where I feel like I was starting to reach my like overall everything about my brand, my style, who I am. Like I just figured it out. So I'm like, yeah, this is a good time to drop this album. And definitely the title is just obviously very spiritual, you know what I'm saying? I feel like for the most part, that's how I try to live my life. And just the idea of it, you know, live forever was just like energy never dies. You know what I'm saying? We only live plenty lives. In my perspective of life, I feel like we live plenty lives, and whatever we do and how we live, you know what I'm saying? All that lives forever. We have a million and
comes full circle.
one chance, you know what I'm saying? So
comes full circle, most definitely. The other thing I'd like to touch on, once that album was released, what was your next move? What was there? Was there an anticipation for the album? Was you sat waiting for something to happen, or did you go out and make moves and perform, be it at house parties, be it at college universities, that sort of thing?
Yeah, definitely. I did a lot of shows after that. I did a lot of open mics, a lot of regular shows with you know, booked artists and set lists. I did a live tour actually too. We did a street tour. Me, my brother, and Jesse. Jesse did half of it. Me and my brother did the whole thing. But we basically went out to different cities. We went to Philly, we went to DC, you know, Maryland, Virginia, Atlanta. And we would just set up shop. You know what I'm saying? We were outside playing. I was on the drum, my brother was on the violin. We had Jesse on the mic, you know what I'm saying? And we just kind of twirling, going back and forth, you know what I'm saying, doing that. So I did a lot of street shows. And then from there, a lot of stuff popped off from when I did that.
Was it one particular? Sorry, my apologies. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're
good. Was there one particular show where it came together and it was off the hook? The crowd was with you. It was there.
Yeah, I feel like we went to 2 Chainz Trap House. He had the pink Trap House, and 2 Chainz did that thing for his album. We went down to 2 Chainz Trap House, and I feel like that was lit. That was a lit show. Like, everybody was involved. His kids was dancing and stuff to the songs he was playing. And it was lit. Somebody there got a footage of it, got a video of it. And then, yeah, before that, though, like, one of my songs, Lenticular, actually did like over 1 million streams. Like, I didn't even promote or anything. I just dropped the tape. I didn't, you know, and it just blew up. And that's what was crazy about it. Like, so
I don't know whether you can hear. I'm actually playing Young Tycoon.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you just pick that up, can you? Yeah.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah,
that was the whole DJ Motherland produced that. Yeah, so this lady from Texas, she produced that one.
Sorry, who from Texas?
DJ Motherland.
Oh, that's quite a nice name, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So nice. I also noticed, well, you had a producer from the UK. Can you elaborate on that for me, please?
Oh yeah, Blaine X1X. I just kind of linked them. My bad, man. All right. Yeah, that was just a producer I linked with. I linked with him just through Twitter or whatever. I was just looking for beats. He hit me up, and he's from the UK. This dude named Blaine X1X. So we started building and talking and stuff. And yeah, he sent me some beats. So I was like, we might as well do a tape, bro. Like, these beats is hard. So I ended up doing a quick little 3-track EP with him. But yeah,
the EPs that you've released, how many have you put out? If you don't mind, can you just so we can get it out on YouTube? What the names of these EPs are, please?
Oh yeah. The last one, that one was named 448. 448. That's the name of the tape.
I like that. It's a dope EP, man. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that one I went in a little bit on that one. I had my boy on there, Young, that jumped on the feature on Soda Pop to take a track. So yeah, Young is next too, man. He's a dope rapper. And yeah, before that, I did a couple EPs with a few producers. Jake Sand, this producer named Earl, a producer named Clathmatic. So this was my 4th so far out of this little run I've been doing. That was my 4th tape that I did with each producer. So I did a small EP, 4 to 3 tracks, 3 or 4 tracks on each one. But I did it with 4 producers so far. So probably gonna keep going with that wave for a little bit. Probably one more before the album. I got this album coming. It's gonna be super big, crazy next year called Palace on the Hill. So
is there any kind of? Have you got a title for this album yet? A little snippet.
Yeah, it's called Palace by the Hill. I actually dropped 2 songs already from season 3 and Jiggy Vapors. Those are the first 2 official songs that's gonna be on it. But the rest of the tracks are crazy. Y'all gonna see it. It's a whole thing.
I'm looking forward to hearing that.
Yeah,
the other thing that I find really eclectic about what you guys are doing is your video style is something that I personally find so it's bang, one thing, a guy with a meat press inside his truck, and then you've moved to something else, and there's a picture of you just turning around, a couple of words to something else. Is that something, a format that you've been, this is where we want to go? Because it tells more of a story of really, you're showing New York, aren't you? You're La Rochelle, really, I suppose.
Yeah. So yeah, New Rochelle. I saw a lot of New Rochelle in a lot of my videos. Also, I feel like I don't know. It was kind of just a natural thing for me. It was just a natural style. I ended up just developing. I didn't really premeditate it too much and think about like I wanted to be like this. It was just kind of like a natural style of me being into photography and into visuals and movies and things and trying to get it to encapsulate the sounds of the song too, and just kind of blend how I want the visuals to be edited and look as comparison to how the song is. So I just try to go with the vibe of the song, and then my regular style of mixing like photography and cinematic kind of features to the visual, and just kind of combining all three of those together. So
been rather
yeah,
well received. Been rather well received. I've noticed on your social media platforms, you've got quite a heavy amount of views for your tracks first coming out. The little tiny snippets of video. I mean, it really is. It's banging out. People are loving your music and loving the style of your videos. Is there something that you found, a formula that you're like, right? We're here. We found our market. We found our niche. Now we know where to go and attack.
Yeah, definitely. It's like it's all trial and error and just kind of being yourself and seeing who resonates with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not really too much thinking to it. Where I try to get my homies on, other artists I know, where it's like, like there's a fan base for everybody. I mean, as long as you're telling your story and you're being real about it, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be somebody that resonates with it, because we're all living a human experience. You feel me? We're all out here doing thing. You feel me? So yeah, respect always. It's just be you and tell your story. Somebody gonna relate. So it's really just getting it out there. That's what the biggest issue is getting it to people that aren't aware that it's happening. So once they're aware it's happening, it's like, oh, this is dope. So that's all it's been. Just keep putting the stuff out there and new eyes catch it, and they realize that we've been having fire forever.
I'm not going to talk too much about finances, but but with finances, I've come across a lot of artists where they're having to work 2 jobs, be on the streets, do this, that. They have to make sure they look after their families. They're up at 6 o'clock in the morning. They will hold down that second job just to get that studio time in for pure belief. Are you guys able now to be self-funding with your videos going out? Has anything has happened for you guys to be monetized, be it on YouTube, with Spotify, etc., and other platforms?
Definitely. That's what's beautiful about it. Is like once you get through the hard part of like the rut and just getting through the trenches, you know what I'm saying? It's like you start to get a little momentum where you're good. You know what I'm saying? Now you can kind of start focusing more on just the art, because the funding is really not an issue anymore. You know what I'm saying? You got
I'm really
whatever the project.
Really
definitely. I'm happy. It's been recent. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just now reaching to that point. Like before, definitely it was like some points I had to go get a job. You know what I'm saying? Like my brother, of course, he works. Jesse's working. We're doing stuff, but now he got the merch moving. My brother, he's doing weddings every weekend. You know what I'm saying? I got the videos going, photography. You know what I'm saying? Music streams. So everything is now. It's a good. You know what I'm saying? It's just building from here. Just getting it. Yeah.
You know, with the usual, with Third and Ninth Records, your usual like umbrella setup where you have your Third and Ninth. Are you then looking for artists to bring in for it to filter down?
I feel like
actively.
I feel like that's definitely been on my mind. I just want to get to a point where I'm not in the artist way either. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be simultaneously trying to create while trying to help another artist. You know what I'm saying?
For
do stuff. So I'm definitely had that on my mind. But I'm just waiting to a point where I'm in a position where I could really help and be a benefit to another artist. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I definitely can. I'm like kind of slightly doing it because I do the videos. So I got the Len Lama thing going. I got some artists I work with. The most I could really do is get them a video right now, But when I get to a point where I could really help them shift and move forward with their art, then for sure, that's definitely what we're going to do. So it's already set up for that. It's just doing it.
Would it be fair to say that over the years, especially going through the 80s and 90s, that now we're into the 2020s that
got charged up. My bad.
No, you're fine, my man.
Yeah, my phone down a little. Let me get this charger. Hold up. 1 second.
No worries.
Yeah. Oh, my phone is down. Back. All right.
Hey, you know that's not getting edited out, right? No, I'm kidding you, man. That's gone.
It's okay, man. It's good. Yeah, I'm back. I just had to get on this charger, man. Yeah. You know how iPhones do, they just die just because it's cold. It doesn't even die because the battery's low. So
I feel you. It's like that here.
Sure I'm on the charger.
Like that here.
Yeah.
Would it be fair to say that you can help the hip hop community nowadays, whereas is it anywhere near as tense as it used to be in New York, or you guys come to recognize and accept each other for what you do and what you're trying to achieve, and it is a collect, even though you may well be on opposite sides, is it a collective now more? Or is that tension still there under the surface?
I feel like overall though, it's a lot of people in New York, so I can't really call it. I know from my jurisdiction, my section, like New Rochelle, 914, for the most part, especially in New Rochelle, like we pretty much good. Like, you know what I'm saying? We more family oriented. We help each other. We like, it's not really no hatred or nothing, no underlying intention or nothing. So like for my section, like we good. I don't know about as much as I know the city is still kind of pretty low.
In Brooklyn or out in
the Bronx
Shaolin and the Bronx,
yeah. Bronx is coming up, going crazy. But yeah, I feel like
I believe all the hipsters are moving into Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn, Bushwick, yeah, they out there going.
Yeah, coffee shops and white folk.
They say the Bronx is the only authentic, the last piece of New York that's authentic. So the Bronx
I may well be down in London, but I'm from Manchester, where we've had that whole host of problems in Manchester, obviously with gang and gun violence and that. But that seems to have simmered down, and the communities have come together, and it's lessened. Yeah. And I think it needs to be, and the whole drive that's been, especially as well with and I'm going to ask you briefly in a moment about the Black Lives Movement. So when with the actual Black Lives Movement and these people, there's been community leaders coming forward saying that people need to stop selling drugs, start looking after their children, look after their women. Is that something that you feel is a step to take? And secondly, have you seen any change in New York now that Biden's come in? If you don't mind answering a political question, that is.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I mean, definitely, I haven't seen any change. Like, as far as the most change I see is just people are a little more open-minded nowadays. Like, people are kind of getting in tune to, I guess, just everything on every level. Like, I can't even pinpoint a level, but I feel like especially since the Corona thing happened, like that whole wave got people to kind of sit back and look.
Maybe happened at a good time.
Yeah, they had time to
the coronavirus.
A little bit, yeah. Everybody had time to just relax and shut down for a second and see everything for what it was. So I feel like that helped that aspect of it. So now I feel like we're just going through the growing pains. Like, we're gonna have a lot of still friction and tension. But as far as like the Black Lives Matter, all that stuff, like, yeah, I feel like for sure, definitely better in the communities. And then it's like it just has to be more routes for people to make income and do things the better way, because people don't instinctively want to do things the wrong way. They just need to fucking survive because we hold so much value to this dollar. So that's really the only
value to a life.
Yeah, and it's almost a stronger value than our lives. It really is a stronger value than our lives.
Yeah, so for sure.
That's why it's like until that changes. That's why I always had that line, and I actually put it on the sweater. I was like, as long as there's a dollar, I don't know about freedom, because it's like
I had to ask because of that line on the sweatshirt.
Respect, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah. I appreciate you paying attention to that, man. Respect.
I did indeed.
That's definitely what it is, though, because like you could change anything, but as long as we all got to wake up and make some money to pay the rent, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's gonna overstep everything else. So that
message has got to get out, and it can only get out, I believe, through people that are active in the community, and the people that are active in the community are you guys. So it has to change, I believe, from the inside and come out from you guys and be able to get that positive message out, because there simply isn't any need. There's been a move away, hasn't there, from a lot of the, especially gangster rap. There's been quite a move. There's been a move away from the gangster rap side of things, hasn't there? and it's become a little bit more soulful, a little bit deeper than just gangster rap and the glorifying of drugs, guns, which we all enjoyed. There is definitely a genre for that, but when it's about making pounds, dollars, and pence, there's something else at play. Would you say? Did you compromise? Did you compromise your actual style of music if it meant bringing that money in to make sure that your family's secure in the future?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are faced with that crossroad, and that's why it's like I've definitely set up a lot of things, and I try to put my art in positions where I won't have to compromise my integrity or anything in order to bring in funds. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's why, I mean, yeah. And it's like, at the same time, it's like, I wouldn't have to be forced to do that anyway. Like if I wanted to go into a route and just go talk about some bullshit, I would just do that on my own accord because it's still balanced. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like everything is so cut and dry and clean and the world is beautiful. It's like it's so ugly to it.
So we can expect some choreography dancing then in videos in the future.
Get some dancing, right? Might go full out Kanye on the one time.
That's the one, my brother. Soon. That's the one.
Sir. Yep,
so, in terms of now your next move, I mean, what do you want? Do you want a tour? Do you want to go to the UK and do a festival season? Is it something that you're interested in?
Yeah, definitely. If I could do that, I would for sure do that. You know, definitely overseas, traveling, touring, doing shows, whatever I could do. Right now, I'm just kind of being creatively free. It's like I can make music, and that's what I do. That's like second nature to me. It's like riding a bike. So I'm definitely getting more into the visuals now and filming, and I like working with other artists and being kind of creative directing and, you know, like executive producing, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Just to create and make something great, make something dope. So definitely shows is my favorite part of this thing. You know what I'm saying? Actually connecting with people. That's my favorite part of the whole package of everything, is getting a chance to perform and being in front of people and meeting new people. So definitely I'm down for wherever. They want me to perform in Alaska, I'm there.
You're there.
Yeah, everywhere. Doesn't matter.
It feels something has changed again. I mean, I don't know. Do you know artist from Detroit called Kills, one of Proof's boys?
Nah, I don't think so.
He ran with Proof before Eminem was about, and he's now come from Detroit and gone into Las Vegas. He's picked up a couple of artists that I interviewed a few years ago, and they now seem to have something positive going on. Another close friend of mine, the Brasco. You won't have a look up at the Brasco. Glasses Malone has just signed him.
Okay, yeah, I heard it. Yeah,
and he's just got Busta Rhymes to do an intro on his opening track, and I can see the change in him because of that one element being brought into his music, and he's able to think, okay, my next move will be, and for him, his next release, I believe, will be his most important. Yeah. Where's your next release? Your next release, is that your most important yet?
Yeah, I believe right now, like the way I have everything set up and the way I'm like finally, I feel like I'm just in a good space where I can like, I know for a fact, like the next album I put out is gonna take me to a whole nother position as far as just musically and fan base and all that. So I've just been taking my time with it because I know now that I'm, you know what I'm saying, in this position now, sure. I'm just so happy I did everything the way I did it. It just was creating so much and put out so much already just to it's like a cleansing almost. You know what I'm saying? Any artist that knows, like once you could get it out the way and just record it and all these thoughts you have, once you get that out the way, it's like a fresh start. It's like, all right, now I could breathe and sit back. You finally get all the stuff you're trying to get out. So I'm in that space right now. So that's what it is.
Has the conversation taken place? And I dare say, I'm going to guess and say it was it's Jesse. Has that conversation taken place yet about a possible screenplay in the future and that sort of thing?
Oh, with Jesse? I mean, if he's down. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I can see him. So we got some cooking up, though. I got my boy out here, No Game, man. No Game ENT, man. That's my boy, man. He out here. He got a movie script we actually cooking up now. So it's in the beginning stages, but that should actually make it out by the end of next year. So shout out to No Game. We cooking that up now. So
if you need an overweight 40-odd-year-old Jewish white dude in your movie, just
I guess I'll fly you out, man. We might need that.
Right for your piece. I can be the dude like Paul Giamatti and go, yeah, you're getting paid today. There's your check. There's your check. So fucking cliche, man.
I might get you on one of these executive offices, man, with one of these labels. Might get you right there, man.
Their behavior's just fucking outrageous, isn't it? It truly is. Right, this is going to be a wrap, my brother, because I got to get this done this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, man.
And I really have. I've liked this very, very much. And I will be back. Sir. I've already spoke to Jesse, and I will contact your brother, and I'll have a chat with your brother at a later date, because it'd be good to bring the three of the interviews together. I'll get yours out, and then at a later date, we'll get the three out together in a row. So get them through. Thank you very much for your time.
Good luck, man. I appreciate your attentiveness to what's going on too, man. Keep putting on music, good music, real music. Keep doing all that, man. We need more people like you out there because it's getting lost.
Sir.
So
thank you, sir.
Appreciate you, man. Respect.
Peace. I'm out. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
More luck. Yes, sir.
Bye.